Hi, everyone. I'm Emma,
And I'm Tiffany.
and we're part of the Collegiate Panhellenic Council. We're doing our weekly live that we have every Tuesday. We're going to wait to actually start our content before so that more people can join. But yeah, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. I know Tiff and I have been in meetings all day, so this is like a fun little break from that. Not that we don't love our meetings, but it's fun to just get to chat with you guys. I don't know, Tiff, do you have fun plans for after work?
I need to clean my apartment. It's a mess.
Me too. Whoops.
Dishes, I think, are my least favorite chore.
I agree. I did my laundry and it made me feel super productive, but it's like clean laundry in a basket and then everything around it is just like a disaster. So it's like I clean like that one thing, so I need to get to the rest of it, but oh well.
It's not dishes, putting away my clean laundry.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing the laundry. I just don't like to put it away.
I completely understand. I think after this work, I'm going to my other work for just a little bit to help out. And then I'm going to watch movies with friends tonight, and it'll be very good.
That's so fun.
Yeah. All right. For those of you who are just joining, my name is Emma. I am the Vice President of Recruitment Education for the Collegiate Panhellenic Council.
And I'm Tiffany. I'm the other Vice President of Recruitment, and I kind of deal with the programming side of recruitment for the Collegiate Panhellenic Council. I'm a senior going into, I'm majoring in event management, minor in public relations.
Yeah, I am also a senior. My major is apparel merchandising, and my minor is also public relations. It's a good one. We're going to tell you our favorite summer activities. My friends and I have been really like social distancing and staying in, but we go to like a big lake sometimes and we just sit on the beach in our little, just me and my roommates because we're always together, stay away from other people, but just enjoy the sun and the water. And that's been really great. So that's definitely my favorite summer activity.
I've also kind of been staying in and doing, the home things. Lately, we've been going boating a lot, just like my family and I. But then also when I'm in Ames, here working, after work, I'll take my hammock and a book, and I go hammock on Central Campus. That's really fun. I really enjoy that.
That's awesome. We have the best campus ever, which we will talk about later during this. So today we didn't write a script or anything for this. We've done 2 other weekly presentations. We've talked a lot about the sorority and fraternity community as a whole. We've talked about our joining processes, kind of the ins and outs. So we really encourage you to look back on those 2 videos on this Facebook page as well as our YouTube if you're interested in learning about that. But today we just really wanted to talk to you all about what college looks like, our experiences, and we really want to use this time to answer any questions that you have. Those can be about recruitment, Iowa State as a whole. We're seniors now. We've got 3 years of experience under our belt, so we're prepared to talk about whatever. But yeah, before that, as always, if you guys have questions, just throw them in the chat. The software that we use does have a little bit of a delay, so if we don't answer right away, don't worry, we will get to it. But yeah, before that, we're going to talk about values. We did touch on this in our last video. We just wanted to re-emphasize we do have a values-based recruitment, which is super important. There's a technical way to describe what that means, but I think that just like my personal like summary of why values are important in a sorority is because in a sorority, you're going to get people who have all different types of personalities and interests and majors, and that's awesome. It's so fun to have like a more diverse atmosphere in women who are different than you. But when you have similar or the same values, that's what unites you as not just friends, but as a sisterhood. You have common goals, you have common things that you're striving for, and those common values are what drive everything else. So although you may not have the same personality or the same major, you have the same beliefs at a values-based level, which is super important for like making a sisterhood work because it's so much deeper than just those friendships that you develop like with your, your personalities or whatever. You share like the same perspective on life, which is why lifelong membership works and why our like values-based recruitment system works. So that was me off the cuff explaining why values are super important, but they really are. Tiff, do you want to explain how you find you take the values?
Perfect. So again, when you register for primary recruitment, there is a space in Campus Director, and it'll kind of walk you through how to do this. But after you register, there will be a place where you can find your values and list those. And I think that it's just kind of a time to reflect for yourself, because I remember when I was signing up for primary recruitment and they're like, oh, figure out your values. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. So I think it's a really great opportunity for you, and it takes you through all these different like ways. It's got like trees coming in, and it just kind of explains, kind of teaches you how to find your values, I guess. So I think that's really important, and take that very seriously, because I don't think that I did. I think I retook it like 3 times, but really just go with your gut, and whatever you feel at that moment, I think is really important.
Definitely. And we know it's hard when it's asking you, like, oh, which one do you value more? And it says, friends and family, like both, absolutely both. But like when you're thinking about it, like which one of those drives what you do in your day to day life? When you think about an action and taking on something, are you looking to see like how it will impact your family and like their view of you? Are you thinking about how your friends will be impacted by it and how they'll view you if you make that decision? Obviously, friends and family are just 2 of values out of so many that you will see on that tree that Tiff was talking about. But yeah, just really, really think about that on a deeper level, and be very true to yourself, because that's the only way that the system works, is when you're being 100% authentic, as all of our chapter members are as well. We got our first question. Tiff, you want to take this one?
Sure. So this is asking, how is recruitment going to work this year? As of right now, we are trying to figure that out. We're working with a lot of different departments at Iowa State, and we're all trying to come up with a cohesive plan that is safe for both the potential new members and our current chapter members. So we've been working with chapters and, again, other departments on campus, and we're trying to figure that out. We will update you all as soon as possible on here, on our other social medias, which we'll link below as well, and also on our website. And we'll send out an email to anyone that has already been registered for primary recruitment. So,
yeah, earlier Tiff and I said we've been in meetings all day, and those have all been about planning for recruitment in the safest way possible. And we're getting very far in our planning, which we're super excited about, but just a little bit longer before we can make sure that's all set in stone and go public with all of it. We really appreciate your patience and your support while we've been doing this. We're super excited for recruitment. We can't wait to see you in the fall. So yes, stay tuned. Another thing we wanted to talk about that we haven't really addressed is the primary recruitment scholarship. Tiff, do you want to talk about that?
Sure. So once you register for primary recruitment, it will kick back an email to you, just kind of confirming that you have registered and all that. And then at the end of that email, it's literally, I think, the last thing we talk about, there is a link to a Qualtrics form, and that is the link to the scholarship. So filling that out, we'll send that to Emma and I, and then we review it. I believe the next one is June 28th. I have a Post-it note up here.
Yeah, so fill that out. You get reimbursed for your registration fees. Yeah, just a great opportunity to kind of alleviate some of the costs that come with, recruitment, college in general. Yeah, and then one more thing before we start talking about our college experiences that I thought about. We've been getting a lot of questions about the PNM guide that's supposed to be sent out to anyone who is registered for primary recruitment. We have decided to hold off on sending those, so if you haven't gotten one, no worries. That is intentional. You're not missing anything. We're going to start sending them out once we have that recruitment plan that we were talking about finalized. That way we don't have to, redact anything or update you on new information. You can just have one guide that has everything you'll need to know for our primary recruitment that's happening. So stay tuned for those as well. We'll start sending them out as soon as we can. Very cool. Okay, so we're going to talk to you guys just about college. We're all going to college. Like, a sorority is a super fun part of that, but there's obviously a lot to the entire college experience. So Tiff, do you want to talk about like your major and why you chose it and why you like it?
Yeah, so I came to Iowa State actually not deciding to major in event management. It's kind of something that just kind of happened to me, and it was actually kind of a result of joining my sorority. There was a lot of women that were older that had actually reached out to me, and they were like, hey, you'd be really good at this, because me being the type of person that I am, I kind of just like head first dove into some leadership roles. And they translated to, event management. And so that's kind of been my experience. But the major and the advisors and everyone that's like involved in the apparel events hospitality management department, which is what Emma and I are both in the College of Human Sciences, they're phenomenal, so helpful, and I've had the best experience working with all the Iowa State employees and faculty.
Absolutely. I came into college like 100% knowing like I wanted to major in apparel merchandising. My sophomore year of high school, I actually went to behind the scenes day for the Iowa State Fashion Show, which is a recruitment event, not sorority recruitment, but college recruitment event that the fashion show and the College of Human Sciences puts on for the apparel merchandising and design program. I went to it quite honestly just to get to miss school for a day. Like I was 16 and I was like, oh, sign me up, like goodbye biology. And I like went to this event, did not know that apparel merchandising existed, did not know that you could major in something like that. And I was 16 and I was like, maybe I'll just do this. And it literally like, it sounds cheesy, but it was one of those like aha moments. I was like, oh, this is it. Like, this is what I want to do. This is so exciting. All the faculty that spoke and all the students that spoke were amazing. And they'd done so many cool things that I was like very interested in as far as like internships and study abroad and just different clubs and stuff that they were involved with. And from that point on, I was like, yep, I'm going to go to Iowa State and I'm going to major in apparel merchandising. And I 6 years later, and I have not looked back. I love it. It's amazing. I'm not quite sure what I want to do in the future, but all the possibilities that come along with apparel merchandising make me really excited to think about. So I don't think I can really go wrong. I love my major and I love all the opportunities that come with it. So that's like my biggest piece of advice is like loving your major, super important, but looking forward into a career, you have to like really want to do that, like it's the rest of your life that you're talking about. So if you're not excited at the job possibilities, like maybe consider thinking about something else because you deserve to be really happy and really excited about going to work for the rest of your life and really excited about what you're going to do. So definitely think about that because I love my major and I'm excited to do it. And if I wasn't, I don't know how I would get myself to go to class every single day. Do you have any advice, Tef, about choosing a major or the future?
I would say don't be afraid to change it. That's what I felt. So my first semester after that, I was like, I can't do this. I was like in a state of like absolute panic. For me, it's like I've always been the person, I pick something and I stick to it and like, so what? It's hard. We're going to get through it. Turns out I don't belong in biology or chemistry. There's a lot of amazing women and men that can. I can't. I did not love it. Like Emma said, I dreaded going to class. And so when I started like event management and in that program, I decided I loved going to class and I got excited about all my classes. And doing my homework didn't feel like doing homework. It felt like I was actually preparing for my future. And so I feel like that's kind of where the key turned for me is that, oh, I'm prepping for life. I'm not just doing my homework.
Definitely. I think tying it back to a sorority as well, like Tiff said, she had friends in her sorority who were like, hey, you'd be really good at this. Like, listen to the people around you. Like, your friends know when you're happy and they know when you're not. And just listen to them. They're going to give you good advice. They're going to empower you to make choices like for your future, for yourself, that are going to in turn, have a really positive impact on your life. And that's, I know Tiff and I both, our sisterhoods, our sororities have been really, really beneficial in terms of our academic success. So I'm super grateful for that.
And I even kind of translate that back to the Panhellenic community. I think in our department for sure, there's so many Panhellenic women in our department. And so it's been so nice to make friends with women in other sororities than my own. I don't think that so I'm kind of shy. Like in class, I kind of just like I'm here for class. Like I'm not really talking, but I think that getting to know other women and now like event management is all group projects. Okay. I don't know why it's all group work. And so it's nice that like every single class, there's a familiar face. And so I think that's been really nice for me. So.
Absolutely. And I know Tiff and I do happen to have like very similar majors that are in the same department in the same college. But I really want to like emphasize that we have women from every single college and almost every major, I think, in the sorority and fraternity community. So you can really be interested in anything and you're going to find a sorority that's going to push you in that field. It does not have to be the awesome department in human sciences. Those just happen to be our majors. We didn't even really know that until we started working together. But yeah, my chapter has women who represent every single college and a bunch of majors within those colleges. And I know that's true for every chapter in the Panhellenic community, which I think is something to be super proud of. It's not just for like one type of woman. There's everyone, which is awesome. And I'm very, very proud of it.
Absolutely. And I think that's just what makes each chapter unique. Like I know there's women in my organization that they're like, event management, apparel, that's just like not for me. That stuff is over my head. And they are like biology majors. And I'm like, more power to y'all. Like, amazing.
Yeah. Very cool.
Hi, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria. Victoria just commented, go Emma and Tiff, and she's actually a member of Panhellenic Exec with us. It's not really something we've talked a ton about. We've talked about leadership roles. One of them, we have a Panhellenic Exec in the Collegiate Panhellenic Council, which consists of 11 different positions. I will not list them all because I'm afraid I will miss one right now, but it's a really great group of women. We all ran for these positions and gave proposals, and really those proposals like focus on how we can make positive change in the Panhellenic community, why we're qualified for these positions, etc. We've all held like leadership positions previously within our chapters or within the council. We work together. We work with chapters and their leadership teams, so their executive boards, cabinets, whatever the individual chapter calls their officers who lead their chapter. We work really closely with them to, like I said, create positive change and really make sure that our community is working well and striving to be better than we were yesterday, which I think is awesome. That's why I ran, because I knew not just by myself, but as a whole, there was like a lot of opportunity to do a lot better and just to continue like working towards like greatness. I guess that sounds kind of cheesy, but you know what I mean, as far as like recruitment specifically, but also in a lot of different ways. What about you, Tiff? Why'd you run for this position? I don't even know if we've talked about this.
I don't think we have either. I ran because I genuinely love recruitment with like my heart and soul. Like every single, I've talked about this on here, I think, that like I've done almost every side of recruitment and I love it. I think that it's great and it's a bonding experience as a potential new member, as a recruiter, as just a chapter, as a community. I think recruitment is so fun and I wanted to see it thrive and I wanted to see recruitment be the best it could be. And so I decided, I was like, I can do this. I think I can. So we're going to go for it.
Definitely. I'm sure you guys have noticed watching this, Tiff and I are talkers. We both like talking a lot. So we get a little off topic, but back to our discussion about college as a whole, not just Panhellenic life. We're going to talk about something that we think that every first year student should do or participate in when they go to Iowa State. Mine is cheesy, but it's true. Destination Iowa State is a program that Iowa State puts on for their brand new students. I guess you've already arrived to campus. And it really exposes you to a bunch of different aspects of the university, not just like your specific like major or college, but more than that. And I think to be like a well-rounded student, you need to have like a strong knowledge about the university as a whole, not just like your one, like you can't just be laser focused on one thing. You need to take it all in. And Destination Iowa State provides you an opportunity to like bond and get to know the campus, as well as like learn a lot that'll help you during your next 3+ years at Iowa State. What about you, Tiff?
Would you ask like your biggest piece of advice?
Yeah, what's something that first year students should do or participate in when they get to Iowa State?
Figure out your surroundings. When I tell you that I was walking back from Lago Marcino over on Osborne, back at campus, I was trying to walk back towards Joffrey my freshman year. I got so turned around. I was walking for like 35 minutes when that's like a 10-minute walk. I had no idea where I was. I was like almost all the way on the other side of the university, like past MWL, like way out here. So yeah, just take a walk. Figure out where you are, walk your route to class before you actually get to class, like before the day of. I didn't do that and terrible idea. I wish I would have done that. So that's my biggest piece of advice. That's what you should do.
Yeah, if you haven't done it yet, download the My State app. You use your like student login information and it has a map of campus. You can like search the building you're going to and then do like, it's like a walk. I have my phone in front of me. Sorry. It's like a walking map. I just talk with my hands. And I use that to this day as a senior who grew up in Ames, Iowa, and whose parents both work on campus. Like, I'm very exposed to Iowa State's campus, and I still get my class schedule, and I'm like, where is this building? And so I use this little map, and I don't get lost, and it's wonderful.
That app is also great for the bus system.
Yes. Our bus system is amazing. That's not even something that I like realize. Like I said, I grew up here. So SciRide is like something that's like very integrated in like the Ames community, as well as it's run with like the Ames City Council, student government, in Iowa State. It's an amazing bus system. I have friends that go to other universities, and no shade to them, but their bus systems not that good. So Iowa State has SciRide, which is amazing, and I recommend using it all of the time, especially if you are a freshman and you don't have a car on campus. SciRide will get you where you need to go. Big life hack.
All right. What's your favorite part about living in the Ames community, Emma?
I'm incredibly biased. I've said it twice. I'll say it again. I am from Ames, Iowa, and I love it with every fiber of my being. I think it was the best place in the world to grow up. Sometimes people ask me if it was weird to grow up in a college town. I don't know any different, so I don't think so. I think it was pretty great. My favorite part about the Ames community is honestly like how close it is with Iowa State. Like, this is a college town, and sometimes you'll go places where it's very much like town, there's camera, town, university, and that's not how Ames is. Everyone in Ames is super supportive of Iowa State. A lot of people work here or went here, have students who go here, etc. And it is just a place that you can be comfortable on campus or out in the community doing whatever. Ames has a ton of like great local restaurants, and a great main street and wonderful shopping, and just all of like kind of the cute parts of like a smaller town, and then the benefits of like a college town that comes with like a larger population. So I don't know, that was a lot, but I think it's just an amazing town as a whole, and you should really, during your time, explore Ames, not just like the Iowa State area. I know women in my sorority, sometimes I'll be like, oh, let's go do this. And they're like, what? I'm like, you have not heard of that? Like, oh my goodness, you have to do this. You got to get the full experience. So there's lots to do, and just really like, don't be afraid to explore.
Emma is the one that I text when I need a new restaurant. I think I texted her last week and I was like, I'm in the mood for like some Chinese food. Emma, where should I go?
That's truly my only like fun fact as a person. Like, I'm from here, so if you need like dinner recommendations, hit me up. So, but yeah, Ames is an awesome place, and it's filled with really friendly people. I think that's something that I like took for granted growing up, honestly, like how sweet and wonderful and welcoming everyone is. So just, yeah, get to know it as a whole. It's great. I'm getting emotional. I love it here. I don't want to move away.
What I think is really cool is how willing, I think you kind of touched on this, is how willing the Ames community is to participate with the Iowa State community. And not only that, but like the sorority and fraternity community too. I know that they're super, like this whole like area is super awesome about like community service hours and just kind of like putting up with us. I think that's kind of fun to say too. Like, they really support like community service and all that we do.
Yeah, absolutely. We have chapters who host philanthropies along with like organizations in Ames. Like one sorority, for example, hosts a 5K as their philanthropy. It's amazing. It's for a great cause. And they host it with the Ames Running Club. So it's not just like bringing in Iowa State students who happen to be in sororities or fraternities. It's a whole community event, which just is beneficial for everyone. It gives people a fun opportunity to do something, go out and run that 5K. It raises money for a great cause, and you get more people who are helping with that philanthropy. So it's amazing. There's a lot of sororities and fraternities who partner with
I remember like for our philanthropy event, my like job, like I was like signed up to do, like I volunteered to do a job like during our event. I was standing out front of my chapter facility, and this sweet older man was like riding his like scooter. He had like a Razor scooter, and he's like, what's going on over here? And I was like, oh, we're just like having a food philanthropy. And he was like, how much? And I was like, $5. And he's like, I'm gonna go get my wife, we'll come back. And I was like, okay, this is the greatest thing I've ever experienced.
That's so sweet. I love that. Yeah, the support is just wonderful. And I think we're really lucky. I have not gone to college anywhere else, so I don't know for sure, but I don't think everywhere is like this. And I'm really, really grateful for it. Our next prompt is, what are we most looking forward to in the fall semester? That is tough, as obviously spring got cut kind of short. So like, blanket answer, just seeing my friends. I miss them. I miss them so much. And I'm so excited we're going to be on campus in the fall so that I can see them. I might not be able to like give them a big hug because we got to like, 6 feet apart, and that's totally fine. But just like be in the same close-ish space and just get to like vibe off of each other's energy and see each other and talk and make more memories. I'm so excited.
What am I most excited for? I would definitely say seeing my friends, but also I think just having a routine, getting back into things, moving into my like apartment. I'm really excited. I lived in my chapter facility for 2 years, so getting to move in on my own, I'm super excited. I almost kind of miss living in a dorm where like my food was made for me. And didn't have to worry about that, but yeah, I miss seasons.
The dining halls are fantastic, fantastic food. Ooh, we have another question. What types of ways can students interact with CP sororities after graduation? That is an awesome question. We've talked about it in some of our other presentations that joining a sorority is different than like a club because you have, for a lot of reasons, but one of them being lifelong membership. And that's kind of a term that's like, I don't know, kind of weird, but it means that like for 4 years, yes, you're in a sorority, you're a collegiate member of a sorority, but after that, you become an alumni or alumni, and that means that you have opportunities to interact well after college. Tiff, do you want to talk about what some of those are?
Yeah, so you can be as involved or not as involved as you want to. You can attend and support philanthropy events. You can move across the country and decide you want to advise another chapter that you weren't necessarily initiated into, but you still want to be a part of and support. There's a lot of different opportunities as advisors as well. There's like some that are financial advisors, recruitment advisors, overall chapter advisors. So I think that there's a lot of different ways. I know that like my advisors have been so impactful on me. I remember being a freshman and I was really involved in recruitment, and the recruitment advisor at the time, I idolized her. Okay, I thought she was amazing, phenomenal, just such a powerful woman. And she pulled me aside and she said, "Hey, I think you would be a great vice president of membership recruitment." And I was like, wow, an honor. And so then I decided to run. And so I think that staying involved with your chapter after graduation is so important because you're still making connections with collegiate women outside, that are alumni or alumni yourself. So I think that's also really cool and really important to do.
Definitely. And if you don't want to be involved as like an advisor, that's like a hands-on position, that's wonderful. But if you're just kind of looking for like those like sisterhood pieces that you had in college, you can join alumni chapters. They're all over the country. So if, like I went to school in Ames, Iowa. I'm part of my chapter here, but I plan to like move to Chicago after graduation. There's alumni chapters there as well. They're all over. And you do things like go bowling, paint activities, like concerts together, whatever. They're just opportunities to get together with women who are part of the same organization as you after college and still have those sisterhood and those friendship components, which are super important, especially if post like graduation, you're moving to somewhere where you don't have a lot of like friends or family. Like, you've just gotten done with college, 4 years of like super great friendships, and now you're all alone. Like, it can get lonely. That can be scary. So you have an automatic support system in that space, in that location, which can make a huge difference when you're getting acclimated to a new city or new, location. I know my mom was in a sorority in college. My dad was in a fraternity as well here at Iowa State, and they are still such close friends with the people that they graduated with. That's like honestly what kind of pushed me to join a sorority, watching my mom and dad both have those friendships and those people that were just in their lives starting when they were younger and then all the way through when they're a little bit older. I won't say how old they are. I don't think they'd love that. Hi, mom and dad, if you are watching this. But those friendships really just got stronger and stronger every year that they were together through kids and marriages and good times and bad times and all of that. It was amazing to watch. I wanted that. I wanted those friends that I was going to have forever, and I really have found that. So I'm very, very happy about it. It's a good decision.
Okay, we have another prompt. What is something you didn't expect to gain that you did being a part of a sorority?
I always talk about how I'm a sorority and fraternity community ambassador, so I give presentations about like joining the sorority and fraternity community, and sometimes we get this question. I talk about how when I was joining a sorority, like I've said a bunch, I'll say it again, I'm from Ames, Iowa, and I was kind of scared going to Iowa State that I wasn't going to find anything new. Like I've been to the restaurants, I've ridden the Psy Ride, I've seen the Campanile, like I had already done all of it, and I was so scared that I was, going to be happy in my major, but not really find anything new. Like college is when you're supposed to try new things. And I thought, you know what? I have not joined a sorority and my mom loved it, like I just said. So that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be my adventure. And I went through recruitment looking for that place that was like out of my comfort zone, like something new, something exciting. And I ended up joining a chapter that felt perfectly like home. And that's not what I was looking for. I was already in my hometown, but my chapter has taught me that you can feel at home and you can feel safe and you can feel comfortable while still feeling pushed to do new things and pushed out of your comfort zone, and empowered to just like really go out there and try new things and be exciting. So my chapter has been my home away from home, even though we're at my home, and my greatest adventure at the same time. So that's what I was not expecting, to be able to have both of those, but it's really taught me a lot about, I don't know, what you're capable of when you have a group of people who are really supporting you, and making you feel safe.
Yeah, I think for me, I gained, and this is like a personal thing for me. I have always been so bad about taking like constructive criticism. I'm sensitive. It has always like hurt my feelings. But I think that joining like this community and joining my sorority in particular, I learned that it's not about people nitpicking you in a bad way. It's about individuals trying to build up other individuals and make you the best you can be. And in my brain, like it just was not wired that way for some reason. Like in high school, I could not get that through my thick skull that like it's okay that people want to make you better. And so joining a sorority, I got so many new sisters that wanted me to be the best that I could be. And I had to learn how to navigate that and like I don't know. I think that was a really, really big character development piece for me. And I didn't ever expect that. So that's my answer, I think.
Absolutely. A sorority. I so agree with that. Like that just clicked. A sorority provides you with opportunities to grow as a person. It's not just a social opportunity that like throws you in as like, have fun. Like college is great. Like, no, there's truly opportunities all the time to just like strengthen who you are, grow as a leader. I was super bad at asking for help, like going into a sorority like freshman year, like I was like, no, I can do it. I got it. Like, and then my sophomore year, I took on my first cabinet position, which is like an officer in my sorority. And I had to plan these like big events, and my sisters like sat me down. They're like, Emma, you need help. You can't do this by yourself. We want to help you. Your success is our success, essentially. And from like that point forward, I obviously it was not just a like instant change, but like gradually I've gotten a lot better at like delegating and asking for help. And I've learned that a leader does not have all the answers. Like Tiff and I both have that I don't even know which way this camera works, quite honestly, but Tiff and I both have like large leadership positions right now. And that does not mean we are the smartest or that we know the most or that we can do it all by ourselves. We have the tools to like bring people together to help us reach common goals and to get success. Well, obviously we have to work together, which we love doing because we are very good friends, but also like working with our exec team and other officers. And honestly, sophomore year, if I hadn't had those sisters tell me like leadership does not mean doing things all by yourself, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. I wouldn't like be as strong of a leader as I think that I am right now. But I really appreciate that because without this sorority, I would not have grown in that way. And I think this is really going to follow me into the future, into my career, and just help me for the rest of my life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think those are all the prompts we have. But
does anyone have any questions for us?
We've been talking a lot. Please ask us any questions that you have.
Oh, we've got a testament from Victoria. She says, I second that, like the little claps.
Thank you, Victoria. I guess we can finish it with some fun things just about Ames. Tiff, what's your favorite restaurant?
Okay, so this isn't very, like, unique. There's, like, another one in West Des Moines, too, I think Ankeny. But Tropical Smoothie is my weakness in life. If somebody says, like, I could have eaten 5 minutes ago, and someone will text me and say, who wants to get trop? And I'm like, yes, I absolutely do. And I will get a full meal and a smoothie as well. I know the price of it exactly. Like Emma texted me the other day, do you want to get trop? And I said, yeah, I'll Venmo you right now before I even told her my order because I already knew how much it's going to cost. I love tropical smoothie.
I love that. I love that you're passionate about tropical smoothie. I have lots of favorite restaurants in Ames. There, like I said, a ton of great local restaurants, which is like my favorite thing in the world. There's like Provisions and the Cafe and Cafe B. There's El Azteca, which is Mexican food, and it's so good. They just opened up a new location, but there's lots of amazing restaurants. I can't name just one, but when you come to Ames, I recommend trying all of them because, wow, fantastic food.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can testify for Ella's Teca. One of my sorority sisters was like, "Do you want to get dinner?" And I was like, "Absolutely. I'm not super hungry, but sure." And so we went to Ella's Teca. We got a large thing of queso, and that's just what we did. It was just the two of us bonding over a large bowl of queso, and it was phenomenal.
This is making me hungry. I was going to make a box of pasta for dinner just at my apartment, but I think I'm going to go out. I've been convinced. Doesn't take much. Other things we like to do in Ames, I like to shop. That's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Maybe not the most constructive hobby, but I love it. Thrift shopping, shopping local, all of it. I've had a couple internships at like local businesses, and my favorites in Ames are Portobello Road is a small boutique on Welch, and it's amazing. I'm very biased as I am the assistant manager at the store, but Barefoot Campus Outfitters. It's a t-shirt shop on Lincoln Way, and best t-shirts ever. 10 out of 10 recommend stopping in. And then all of Main Street is precious. There's different stores like home goods stores and florists and clothing stores. So I recommend checking out Main Street area when you come to Ames because, again, it's wonderful. What about you, Tiff? What do you like doing for fun?
I honestly like to just like walk around. If I have nothing to do in Ames, I will text as many people as I possibly can, and I will say, "Do you guys want to go on a walk?" Just take like a stroll around Greekland, or like, I don't even know. Let's just go see what everyone else is. Anyone else outside? Let's go bother some people. I don't know.
For sure. That I feel like I always tell people like Ames is very much like an outside town. Like we have like great like biking paths or biking trails and walking paths and parks. We have so many parks, and when it's nice out, you can feel the energy when you go outside. Even with all this like COVID stuff, like when it's nice out, you go outside and there's people not right next to you, but around, just enjoying the sunshine, enjoying being healthy, being outdoors. And that is one of my favorite things about Ames and Iowa State. Our campus is gorgeous. If you have not seen it, you are in for an absolute treat. It is beautiful. Central campus, we've got gorgeous buildings. We have gorgeous landscaping. The Campanile is the prettiest thing in the entire world, I think. I have a t-shirt that has it on it, also from Barefoot Campus Outfitters. But like literally Ames is just a beautiful place where you can enjoy the nice weather, go on those walks that Tiff mentioned, go shopping, like I said, and enjoy your lovely meal sitting outside.
Second semester, right about March, when the weather starts to get nice, you can just see everyone kind of like bring their blankets and like lay their blanket down on Central Campus and just hang out between classes. And again, it's just like you can feel it. Like you can feel that energy, and that's the best, like the end of March, April, best time to be in Iowa.
I love it. Do you guys have any other questions for us? We are here to answer anything, and we dropped the links a while ago for all of our social media and our contact information, our email and all of that. We share one, so one of us is bound to respond to you. If you ever have anything, please reach out to us. We know primary recruitment is a giant process, and there's lots to learn about it. So if you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out. You've watched us. We like talking a lot. We like answering your questions, so we're here for anything that you need. And if that's about recruitment, awesome. If it's about your transition to Iowa State, we're here for that too. We've done it. And if we don't have like the perfect answer, we can get you into contact with someone who does. We've got a large team who are all really rooting for you guys, and we're excited to meet you in the fall.
Well, with that, I think we can go ahead and wrap it up. I'm not seeing any more questions.
Well, awesome. Thanks for letting us just kind of talk at you guys today without a script, but we really appreciate it. And we're excited. We'll be here next week, same time, 2:00 on Tuesday. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for everything.
Oh, wait, we got one. Did we discuss how recruitment is going to work? So to answer your question really fast, ultimately, we're working with a lot of different departments and our chapters, and we're kind of waiting on the okay on a lot of things. But as soon as we know a for sure plan, we will email everyone that's registered for primary recruitment already, update our website, and all of our social media that are linked above in the comments.
Definitely. We mentioned earlier, we had like a bunch of meetings today where we made good progress on this planning, just putting everyone's health and safety at the top of our priorities, and then working around that. So we're making good progress, and hopefully it'll be a solid answer for all of you soon, but we appreciate you sticking with us while we work on it.
Cool. With that, Thank you all so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. And like Emma said, we're really excited for you all to come see our beautiful campus and join the Iowa State community.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much. Bye.